Brother, he is like, hits him hard, okay? And I'm here for his downfall, okay? The Rudy Giuliani is over party, smoking on that Rudolph Giuliani pack. He's such a gross little cretin. I'm very excited for this, okay? This guy, he's such a piece of shit. Hold up. We're going live to CNN because I saw that smiling Jenna Ellis.
Regardless if he stays.
I saw so this is really that smiling ass Jenna Ellis mugshot.
I mean, ultimately, what?
And I'm sure you all saw it too. And by God, that means something to me. As I've told you guys before, okay, we're back on Trump watch real quick. Okay, jail watch, Trump watch, mugshouty. I'm sus. Jenna Ellis had a hard time. She already turned on Trump and by pushing for Ron DeSantis. And now she's smiling on that mugshot like she's spilling the goddamn beans, okay?
Game changer. But what prosecutors are alleging is this was more than just bad lawyering. This was part of a broader conspiracy of fraud and attempt to steal the election. But don't listen to anyone who says this is an easy case. This is going to be a really difficult case.
Which they need to prove beyond a reasonable doubt to 11 people.
Right.
12.
And the
12. Yeah, you can have, exactly.
I just want to
exactly.
too, I think we just got in, and this is quick, by the way, Rudy Giuliani's booking photo.
Oh.
I believe we have.
Oh.
There we go. I mean, it took a while. We were told yesterday afternoon we'd be getting them, and it took hours later. So the fact that this was released so quickly, Michael, why would you release that photo so quickly, do you think?
You know, the policy is to let it go public to the media. I think that this is one of those times when it flies in the face of the state's argument that they're treating everybody the same, because they're not. They're rolling things out as soon as the printer prints and the film is dry.
Okay, Sidney Powell looks like she's going to flip too. I'm calling it. I'm seeing two flips. Rudolph Giuliani, weirdly enough, might not, but I'm seeing two flips right here. You show me these two mugshouties, I'm seeing two flippers, okay? Flapjacks, pancakes. Oh, they're snitching, dude. 100%, 100 P.
The photos, I mean, they're embarrassing for the people that do it. I mean, that's about the end of the day. But the truth is, probably the big photo to come, if in fact they go through with their discussions, that being Trump, is just giving him a cash register.
Yeah, I mean, if that's Donald Trump's picture tomorrow we're looking at, it's going to give him a couple balance points in the next poll and millions of dollars.
And the campaign was already fundraising off of fake booking photos. Let's remember, not that long ago. So to your point, even though the sheriff has said everybody's going to be treated the same,
and
how much do you weigh the politics of that?
And the reason they do booking photos is because
the person flees.
In case the person flees.
They don't know who he is. Right. Rudy Giuliani is one of the most famous people in the world.
Well, I was just going to say, we talk about Donald Trump, but did you need Rudy Giuliani as a question?
Seems a little bit punitive.
There's a lot.
Oh, shut the fuck up. That's crazy. The idea that they don't have to go through the normal process because they're famous is fucking ridiculous. Suck my dick, dude. Fuck you, okay? They're thugs. They're criminals. They did a fucking crime. They're gonna get their fucking mugshots taken. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time, bitch. Law and order. Law and order. I don't want to fucking hear from these CNN bitches about how, famous people shouldn't be able to have their mugshots taken. Fuck you. Don't advocate for a fucking two-tier justice system. Suck my dick.
Russian authorities confirming that Wagner chief Yevgeny Prigozhin has
Yeah, they fucking mugshotted Jimi Hendrix and Elvis. Like, what do you mean? Elvis was objectively more famous at the time than fucking Donald Trump is here in this day and age. Give me a goddamn break, okay? I believe in no cash bail. Oh, yeah.
Here, following our other major breaking news story in Georgia just moments ago. As you see here, Rudy Giuliani leaving a bail bonds office after, of course, being arrested, processed, and released later.
Broke boy, couldn't even pay for his own bail, had to get a fucking bail bondsman. Dude, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, bounty hunter. Oh my God, bounty hunter stream. That fucking bounty hunter Twitch streamer going after Rudolph Giuliani because he fucking gave chase. Oh my God, I'm fantasizing about a future that would be so sick. I would be like, listen, bounty hunter guy, who also is a Twitch streamer, while I believe your job should not exist, and while I believe that it is truly unethical to stream this kind of stuff, this is the one time where I'm so fucking law and order, baby. Let's go. I'll fucking strap up a GoPro. I'll get my fucking Daniel Defense MK18, SBR, whatever. We'll get after it. We'll go hunt. We'll go hunt that criminal, okay? One time as a treat, full Cowboy Bebop. he got banned for flashing a gun, I would, everybody knows I hold the strings of power at Twitch. I would get him unbanned. Only ethical in this very specific situation.
This
Yeah.
afternoon.
Oh my God, dude. Daniel Defense, I knew you were Amish. Wait, what? Do Amish people have Daniel Defense guns? What the fuck? They never get the bag in Bebop? Bitch, it's not about the bag. You think I give a shit? You think I care about getting the bag and recovering the asset? No, the major asset there is if he gives chase and you hunt him down. That's it. It's the journey, not the destination, my friend. Okay? Never forget that. It is the thrill of the chase. I would do it for the love of the game, simply. Giuliani speaking outside of the courthouse. I love that.
Maybe in American history, and the most effective mayor for sure. It can happen to you.
How does it feel to be on the other side of the justice system? How does it feel to be on the other side of the justice system?
Sorry, don't interrupt me. I'm making a statement. If they can do this to me, they can do this to you. Remember,
Can they, bro? Can they? Cause like who amongst us? I mean, he's like Rudy Giuliani's like, who amongst us is not going to try to overturn the results of a democratic election? You know what I mean? By pushing for a false slate of electors that are going to override the actual democratic results, that will then like threaten poll workers and whatnot. Like, who amongst us is not going to do that? You know, every one of us is going to try and do that. So they come after me, they come after you. It's like, yeah, well, you were a prosecutor, Rudy. You kind of understand. You kind of understand that is called deterrence, right? I don't think a lot of people have the capacity to be able to do such a thing, but if they were, okay, yeah, they would go to jail. That's the whole reason why you are arrested for this crime that you engaged in. You know what I mean? So that other people don't look at that and go, oh, this doesn't go punished. I should try it myself. Kind of a fundamental plank of especially America's draconian criminal justice system. So don't really get why he would have an issue with this. First it came for Rudy Giuliani. I did not speak out because I'm not a ghoul. Bush got away with it. Why can't Trump? Establishment corruption. Let Trump steal the election. It's fair. Yeah, the problem is with George W. Bush, it was definitely way more streamlined. But more importantly, Bush won in the original shitty results. Trump didn't. So when you actually end up winning due to, hanging chads or butterfly ballots or numerous other discrepancies in the election overall, you can stop the actual recount process by physically exerting yourself, by pushing it up to the Supreme Court, but you still have to win, right? Like he won originally. Trump didn't, so he got. That makes sense? That's a big difference. No, he won. They just keep counting the votes. GWB had a tolerable case in one state. He was able to overturn. Trump had like 4 states he needed to overturn. No, GWB won in Florida, but the results were so out of whack that they immediately recognized that in the state of Florida, who the governor at the time was George W. Bush's brother, Jeb Bush, that there was some accidents that happened. Okay, when that happened, George W. Bush had won, perhaps illegally or not illegally, but perhaps through illicit means, right? And then in order to correct that wrong, there had to have been a hand recount, and the unfortunate thing is that Roger Stone and others were able to stop that recount from happening by physically stopping the recount from happening. Like literally, they orchestrated and organized the Brooks Brothers riot. That's how it works. That's how it worked. But it doesn't matter because Bush had still won, even though technically he won due to discrepancies. The only discrepancy was the butterfly ballot in Broward, a ballot designed and approved by the Democratic Elections Commissioner. No, that's why I said it wasn't illegal, what they did. What they did was illegal afterwards to stop the recount from occurring. But that's why I'm saying that it was not illegal what had happened. Also, it wasn't just Broward County. You're wrong. All right, so arrests are happening. Let's get to that. Let's take a look at what's going on. Also, Donald Trump is going to skip the first GOP debate as co-conspirators are preparing to surrender in Georgia. Donald Trump himself instead is going to go on X.com, Twitter, and talked to Tucker Carlson because I personally believe that he didn't want to ask the judges, the federal judge, allowance that he might not have gotten to appear on a debate stage alongside a eyewitness, Michael Jebediah Pence, who is the star witness in at least one of the 4 different court cases that Donald Trump is currently undergoing. I feel like that was the real reason. He didn't want to come across like weak by asking for this permission and then not getting it, because it doesn't make any sense to me that he would avoid this debate, because Donald Trump is literally the GOAT at these sorts of debates. He would have made mincemeat out of all 7 of these people. He would have chopped them up and he would have fucking ruined them. And it would have actually galvanized his base of support even further. 2 different competing theories on this is the Felix Biederman, Joe Biden in the basement approach. Felix believes that it could possibly be because he's like already trailing, because he's already so far ahead that they're just trying to limit his media appearances. But I don't think that that's the case, because whenever he is in the media, he is killing it. The Carlson Trump thing was pre-recorded. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Hold on.
The arena in Milwaukee, where 8 GOP candidates are set to take the stage for the first debate without frontrunner former President Donald Trump.
He won't be there, but he will be center stage tomorrow, set to turn himself into the authorities in Georgia for felony charges of conspiring to overturn the 2020 election. Senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katersky is in Atlanta with the latest. Good morning, Aaron.
George, good morning to you. While his rivals are preparing to debate in Milwaukee, the former president is a day away from turning himself in here in Atlanta, and ABC News has learned his friend and lawyer Rudy Giuliani will turn himself in here later today. This morning, Rudy Giuliani, former mayor of New York and ex-federal prosecutor, is expected to present himself as a criminal defendant. Like former President Trump, Giuliani is charged with...
It's awesome. Okay? It's awesome. The Rudolph Giuliani RICO cycle is so perfect.
Racketeering for his role in the alleged criminal scheme to overturn the election results in Georgia.
I'm going to Georgia, and I'm feeling very, very good about it because I feel like I'm defending the rights of all Americans.
Trump is also preparing to get fingerprinted and have his mugshot taken before he's released on a $200,000 bond. Unlike the courthouses in New York, Miami, and Washington where Trump surrendered before, he's coming Thursday to one of the country's most controversial jails with a history of overcrowding, complaints of excessive force.
I love mainstream media across the board talking about overcrowding and excessive force in the American prison system, because now it's like rich white guys going to jail. Come on, brother. I'm sorry. This is something that we have been talking about in perpetuity. The fact that these motherfuckers now all of a sudden are like, yeah, you know, we gotta really reconsider our carceral state and how awful and inhumane it is. I mean, great. Do I believe that this is going to change anything? Absolutely not. It's just so odd that the entirety of mainstream media that has been awfully and suspiciously quiet about Cop City, for example, are now chirping about the jail conditions. I mean, come on now.
And the recent death of an inmate. Trump's alleged co-conspirator, John Eastman, preceding him at the jail. The lawyer is accused of drafting a memo proposing the use of fake electors to try to block Joe Biden's rightful victory.
My legal team and I will vigorously contest every count of the indictment in which I have been named.
Eastman's bond was set at $100,000. So was the bond for Jenna Ellis, a former Trump campaign attorney who allegedly peddled falsehoods about the election to Georgia lawmakers. Trump's chief of staff, Mark Meadows, is hoping to avoid being arrested at all. He wants the case moved to federal court, and he's asking the judge to rule before the surrender deadline of noon Friday. Meadows tried asking prosecutors for a reprieve, but court records show the district attorney, Fani Willis, replying, "I am not granting any extensions." Overnight, two more of Trump's co-defendants turned themselves in here at the jail. David Schaefer, the former Republican chairman for the state of Georgia, and Kathy Latham, a former county Republican official. She allegedly gave unauthorized access to voting machines in an ill-fated attempt to prove fraud. George?
And Aaron, of course, the former president now facing 4 different...
Wow, I thought it was, oh, wow, it's illegal to seek out the truth. Wow, that's a whistleblower, friend, okay? Kind of fucked up.
Felony cases. There was a major development yesterday in the classified documents case.
This is the first known witness to cooperate against former President Trump and cooperate with Special Counsel Jack Smith, an IT worker at Mar-a-Lago, Yusel Tavares. Prosecutors were prepared to charge him with lying to investigators before he had his change of heart.
Surrender is just a term of phrase because you're like surrendering yourself to the state. They're booking him. That's it.
And now we're told he provided valuable information to Jack Smith and his team about former President Trump's alleged push to have IT footage, security camera footage at Mar-a-Lago deleted despite knowing the FBI wanted to see it. George?
More evidence coming out. Aaron, thanks very much.
So happening now, Rudy Giuliani is on his way to Georgia to surrender. The former New York City mayor once served as a lawyer for Donald Trump, literally helping him right into 2 impeachments.
IT guys are having a fucking resurgence, dude. IT guy giving up the goods on Donald Trump in Mar-a-Lago. IT guys are not declassifying, but like leaking top secret classification documents. You got to watch out. You got to watch out for them IT boys, okay? They'll get you. They know everything.
And holding court at Four Seasons Landscaping. Now, Giuliani himself faces the most charges, along with Trump, for trying to overturn the 2020 election results in Georgia. He said this moments before boarding a plane.
I don't know if I plead today, but if I do, I plead not guilty. And I get photographed. Isn't that nice? A mugshot for the man who probably put the worst criminals of the 20th century in jail. You find a prosecutor who has a better record of mine.
Brother, he is like, you know, this shit hits him hard, okay? And I'm here for his downfall, okay? The Rudy Giuliani is over party, smoking on that Rudolph Giuliani pack. He's such a gross little cretin. I'm very excited for this, okay? Fuck this guy. He's such a piece of shit.
In the last 100 years, I bet you don't, or a mayor. And they're going to degrade themselves by doing a mugshot of me. Like, people won't recognize me. And now, of course, they can fingerprint me, but I've been fingerprinted 150 times, so this will turn out exactly like the FBI search turned out. They're lying. I'm telling the truth. They're destroying my right to counsel, my right to be a lawyer. They're destroying his right to counsel. It's not accidental that they've indicted all his lawyers. Never heard of that before in America. Now they've indicted people in this case. I don't even know who they are. These are just regular people making a normal living. They're going to bankrupt them. They won't convict them.
Once Giuliani gets to Georgia, he is expected to go first to the DA's office to discuss his bond agreement. Once
Rudy looks like the American Prigozhin, makes you think, actually, he might be the American Prigozhin. He probably is Prigozhin. Prigozhin, breaking news, Rudolph Giuliani body swap with Prigozhin. He's actually in the United States of America, surviving.
the deal is struck, he could then go directly to jail and not collect $200, although that would be useful to him because he seems to be having issues paying for his defense.
God, it's pretty funny, dude. His downfall and the serious coverage surrounding it is pretty awesome. Like, he's fucking broke too. It's awesome, dude. Ex-Trump attorney Kenneth Cheesebro mugshot. Yeah, these are so ugly. Oh, I can't wait for the Trump one. There ain't no way he looks good. There ain't no fucking way he looks good. Here, let's look at some of these mugshots. Booking photos for Kenneth Cheesebro, Kathy Latham, and motherfucking Ray Smith. Oh my God. She blew up the goddamn... Kathy Latham is so white, she blew up the exposure, dude. They had to fucking readjust the white balance. My mug shouties. These are just regular people trying to make a living. Please stop. Hey, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. You know what I'm saying? Hey, these thugs, these fucking thugs are getting what's coming for them. Do you understand? These criminals. Yeah, they should have just complied with the law. Have you ever thought about the rule of the law? Nothing is sacred anymore, huh? Lock them up.